younger people make choices that comes from inexperience and impulsivity, and it's really their parents that are affected a lot of times. And so it's important to work with the family, work with the parents to try to resolve the case so that it doesn't affect the child or the young person's life going forward, because certainly criminal charges can have lifelong effects and can affect the person's ability to find a job, to provide for their family in the future. So it's important, and it affects the family more than I think a lot of attorneys realize. It's important to hire somebody who understands that process, can speak that language, and this firm has that experience. Juvenile court is kind of its own monster, its own process, and although some of the crimes and things that these children can be charged with are similar to that in Superior Court and what people would consider regular charges, it's a different process, and it's a different courthouse, it's a different language that's spoken at juvenile court. It's important to hire an attorney that has relationships with the people who run juvenile court, with the judges, and know the judges and can more accurately predict what the judge is going to rule. In juvenile court, the standards and the consequences are often tailored to the specific child. We are open to thinking outside the box and to looking, especially in juvenile court, looking at the cause of the problems that the child may be having instead of just an appropriate punishment. But one aspect is the dependency or the deprivation, and that is when the state is trying to take away somebody's children, and the right to raise your own children is a fundamental right.
A lot of cases that may start out in family law court in the Superior Court will get kicked to the juvenile court if there's custody issues that the judge thinks should be private, because the Superior Court is an open court, and the juvenile court, the records are sealed.
The state is an adversary, but in some situations you need to work with the state in order to benefit both the parents and the child. In all of juvenile court, the goals in both the delinquency cases and the dependency cases or deprivation cases is the best interest of the child. I will fight for the child's best interest.